First topic. This might shock people because I am the biggest Okada fanboy in the universe. Look, I just go to the left. Bam, what do I got? Okada merch. I bought every single thing this man has ever fucking sold. I have been an Okada fan probably before Mrs. Okada, okay? I've loved him before his wife loved him. With that said, he's Roger Dorn. He married wealthy and got lazy. I mean, it happens to all of us. They call it happy fat. You know, you see a fat guy in Japan, and he gets happy fat, lazy, not giving a shit, and it's happy fat. He's got happy fat. He's Roger Dorn. And here's the thing.
To be fair, he's kind of done everything you can do in New Japan. Maybe he's just also bored.
That is true. But if he goes to WWE, they're not going to notice he's not trying. Because sports entertainment and pro wrestling are two completely different things. Like, let's put it this. There's the World Tag League. And Okada walks in and they do this spot where they're beating up, you know, all the guys beat up on one guy. And they're, like, punching. And Okada, like, lightly taps someone, looks at his wrist and goes, ouch. And I was like, dude, that's the most fucking pathetic thing I've ever seen. New Japan put it up on Twitter as the highlight of the match.
That's funny.
I guess. I don't know. It's just, he's, as the kids would say, washed. I think it's good. There's not much he could do more in New Japan, right? He'll get exposed in AEW more than one match. He'll get exposed in Impact or TNA. Dude, you know he's going back to TNA for a 6-man tag? That right there tells you the type.
Andy Paps told me, I think as soon as it got announced, Andy Paps made
I love you, Andy Paps, and I love Okada. But Okada's return to TNA being a 6-man tag is peak 2023 or 2024.
It's fantastic. I also love that, like, CM Punk went back to WWE and Okada was like, see, time for forgiveness.
yeah. So Okada will be to have a one match in TNA. But I think he gets exposed everywhere except WWE. Because WWE really don't have to be a wrestler. You don't have to even put on that good of a match. If you can just hold your own, the video packages and the pyros and all that will carry it. And I mean, let's ask Asuka. Asuka, look at the quotes in Japanese. Are you a pro wrestler? No. Nakamura, they've actually banned him from doing interviews in Japanese because he talks about how easy it is. And that's the thing. And not only that, but like, the sports entertainment crowd takes pride in it. It's like, yeah, they play it safe. They don't do anything. It's so fucking weird. It's weird. It's not for me, but I think it is for Okada. I think Okada should go to WWE.
While I do think stylistically it would be good for him, I can't see a world where it happens. I don't see him leaving Japan. It doesn't make sense to me. His wife is more famous than him. His wife is so thoroughly embedded in Japan that I can't see him going to America and living in another continent from his wife.
That's the only...
It would have to be the most part-timey shit ever.
And that's the part of the piece of the puzzle that's kind of missing. Now, Evil and his wife go separate ways. There are Japanese married couples that work in different countries. I imagine it's got to be hard on the marriage. With that said...
Is the wife usually the more famous one in those situations?
Not... Well, I don't know. Maybe. But... Not,
it's a very different scenario when
Okada's wife is insanely famous.
Is deciding to leave.
Yeah. So it should be interesting. I think he would shine in WWE. And on that, but New Japan lost Will Ospreay. They might lose Okada. You know, I've been screaming, hey guys, we're losing. The ship is sinking. And everyone's like, you're so negative. And now, like, I don't know. You ever notice that the people that actually watch and are passionate are like, hey guys, the ship is kind of sinking. And then later becomes the mainstream media and then the positive PDs. Example, Marvel. I think New Japan is Marvel. I honestly do. I think it's like, now it's cool.
I don't think they ever peaked that high.
I don't know. They had AJ Styles. They had Kenny Omega.
They were never as globally famous as Marvel.
I was just using that as an example, buddy. I wasn't.
No.
I know you. I know. Okay, first off, let's recap here, Sid.
What,
You're better than
ate
Rocket
dog
Raccoon,
food?
but you can't fucking compare New Japan and Marvel.
No, it's ludicrous. New Japan, small potatoes.
Okada's like, but they got evil, and here's the thing with New Japan, you know, their main eventers are washed, injured, old, whatever. Okay, their mid carders, they mail it in. Oh, I'm evil. Oh, I'm Bullet Club. Yeah, the king of sports. No one is a fucking pro wrestler anymore. Not one goddamn person. Great Okada, are you a wrestler? No, I'm a genie. All right. Evil, are you a wrestler? No, I live in a haunted house. All right. It's like, if you want to be sports entertainment, just go to WWE. Okada, just head over to WWE. I think it would be perfect. And not only that, but I would love to see all the WWE guys be like, I've always been an Okada fan. It's coming.
I've been dying to work with Okada for years.
Yeah.
I always knew Okada and I could do it.
Oh, man. If I wasn't lazy, and I am, I want to get that clip from Futurama, but you are lazy. Don't get me started. If I wasn't lazy, I would just clip super fans that don't have any standards, like when they flip. Like, CM Punk's a piece of shit. He's in my company. He's wonderful. Vice versa. So, yeah. Okada, go to WWE. I know it sucks you're not going to be able to see your wife, but who knows? Maybe you know.
Do it. Retire, Okada.
I mean, I've been asking to retire for the last 2-3 years, and I was the jerk.
Okada, have this banger match with Daniel Bryan and retire.
All right, hold on.
Final match, Okada versus Bryan, Wrestle Kingdom. They both retire.
They're like, fuck it, we're out.
Well, I mean, Bryan's on his retirement tour.
What if they both grab the mic, shake hands, and be like, boy, guys, this is too hard, we're out. This is just way too difficult. We're out. 5 stars or not, we're out. Tony Khan Ghetto figures shit out. It'd be like, well, don't worry, you got a mid-card of fucking clowns that dance.
And no, you know what they do? They have Bryan and Okada. They go into their match, you know. They put on their usual banger, but then they wrestle out of the ring and keep fighting into the back and disappear.
And never be seen again.
Again, never, and you never have them again. And you just keep it going like they're off fighting forever, like fucking Peter Griffin and the Chicken.
All I know is, obviously, that's not going to happen.
And then
that would be a great retirement.
AEW or New Japan, they just have a backstage segment where you just see them for a split second fighting through the background, going from one hallway to another, and it's just there in the background and no one talks about it.
Oh, yeah, like you could do it in New Japan, AEW, Impact. Hell, dude,
Yeah.
Triple H would think it's so stupid he would let you guys go through Mania. It's just like you're in the back.
You just do it. You don't draw attention to it. It's just, it happens once in a blue fucking moon. Like maybe at a WrestleMania backstage, they're talking to a guy after a match, and you just see them fight through the background.
Listen, that's the best way to retire. It's the best way to retire.
I'm just saying, you can't. That would be the greatest ending ever.
It would be. Oh my god. Especially if you were hurt. If you're like legit hurt, you can just keep your career going by being stupid forever.
Yeah.
And so people say
you work backstage. You can then once in a blue moon toss in one of those segments when the other one's around. Be like, hey, wouldn't it be fun to do this? Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, I think James Legend of Brawl USA had a feud that like went into apartments and hotels and on the road. Because you could do it in YouTube all the time. Like, it would literally be Family Guy. Hell, if MJF could steal off Family Guy, why can't Okada? Yeah. So there you go. Okada, wherever you go, we just ask you try. That's it. That's all we ask. And do test. I watch every show of New Japan. Interesting. Okay. Well, I grabbed the pen even though I have a fake mic next to a real mic. Let it be known I'm an idiot. How do I know you don't watch New Japan? Okada never mails it in. Okay, thank you for coming. We'll never call you. There you go. All right. Okada, wherever you go, know I once loved you. And no one could take the love I once had for you away. But
Even if it ends up being AEW, because they book a lot more multi-man matches, and you'd be a lot safer there.
Oh yeah,
Think
yeah.
about all those 6-mans you could be in.
He's like, hell yeah. I still can't believe TNA put him in a 6-man. That's fucking fantastic. It's goddamn fantastic.
They know how to win him over.
Yeah, yeah. He's like, whatever, dude.
Could you imagine if he eats the pin?
There's no fucking way he eats
Could you
the
imagine
pin.
if they put him in the 6-man and make him eat the pin?
There's no way. There's no
TNA's
fucking
just
way.
like, fuck Okada.
That would be the biggest rivalry ever. It would be the biggest rivalry ever. First, he's like, first you make me a Chinese sidekick when I'm Japanese. And second, now this.
Could you imagine if he came out like to do his like legit entrance, but they had switched his music to be his old Chinese theme?
He's like,
Like when he comes out, and they're like, we want the TNA nostalgia pop.
oh my god.
What
Oh,
if
God.
this whole time he just wasn't going there because he was big leaguing Impact and didn't know Impact or think anything of them, and only now because it's TNA, he's like, oh yeah, I've heard of them. I worked there before. He's like, yeah, I'll go there.
He's like, I'm in. Sign me up.
Yeah, it's all part of the name change.
It's like, all right, we can make it happen.
Brand recognition.
TNA. I think certain people would work better in other companies. I think Okada would work better in WWE.